Welcome to episode 91 of the Thrash Report. This is your weekly music commentary podcast. We discuss all things metal and heavy music. My name is Chris. Joining me, my co-host, all the way over there in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Jim Osborne. Jim, what's going on, man?
Metal up your donkey.
Donkey.
Not much, man. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Yeah, we got a lot of news to talk about this week. Yeah, it was good. I've been being a little more active. I've been closing my rings. We're doing a wellness challenge at work. So I gotta get out and I gotta close my exercise ring, my move ring, my stand ring. So
your O-ring.
That's right. I went for a walk today. It was wasn't as bad as it could have been. It was hot, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But I gotta get off my arse once in a while.
Metal off your arse.
Metal up your arse.
There's a theme today.
You actually are doing like legit workout. You are you're actually actually doing exercise, which I need to get in a better habit.
Yeah, it's a refuse resist training. It's a Sepultura thing.
That's awesome.
No, it goes back to our friend and former guest Eric Kais. Been worked with him for the first few months of the year and then kept it going, and it's going well.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, man. Well, we're gonna jump into some headlines. We get some great stuff to talk about. A few new releases, and then when we go back in the day, we got a fun list that we're gonna jump through. So let's go ahead and get rolling. This first one, I saw right away when I saw this headline. I knew, well, Jim's gonna talk about this band.
Yeah, they're one of our favorites.
That's right.
Yeah, of course, we're talking about the band Onslaught from the UK, thrash masters, and they were just inducted into the Metal Hall of Fame at the Maryland Death Fest recently, and they're also celebrating their 40th anniversary as a band. And they're received it on stage, and that was a pretty cool thing. It's obviously, we've spoken about them a ton, and we're very happy to see this. And Nige, the guitarist, comments that, quote, "We are so honored to receive this amazing recognition from the Metal Hall of Fame. It's been an incredible journey for this band to receive this award in our 40th anniversary year is the icing on the cake."
That's so cool. I think it's great. I mean, and I kind of, it was kind of, you almost forget that they've been around for 40 years, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I never heard of them until about 2007 or 8, right when Killing Peace came out.
Yeah, I remember my buddy John, back in the day. He had the Power from Hell cassette tape. Nice. And at the time it was, I think I was still a little frightened by stuff like that. Before I truly kind of crossed over to the dark side. But yeah, so I knew they were around, and like I mentioned in the past, I really didn't truly start listening until further along in their catalog, when they had Stephen Grimmett do the one album In Search of Sanity. But then you kind of brought them back around when I started talking to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many good albums that I kind of forgot about. And then when they released their most recent one, Antichrist, what was it?
Generation Antichrist.
Yeah, Generation Antichrist. Dude, that was one of my favorite albums of the year. It was so good.
My number one, of course.
Very good. Well, congratulations to Onslaught for not only lasting 40 years, but also for getting inducted into the Metal Hall of Fame. Pretty awesome stuff.
Hell yeah, congrats. We love you, Onslaught.
Nice. So this is interesting. So Nita Strauss.
Yes.
we had talked about her. I mean, she had some solo stuff. She's been the last, gosh, how many years has it been? It's been several years that she's been in Alice Cooper's band.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, was this announced yesterday or today, where all of a sudden she announced that she's leaving the band, but not only that, canceling all of her solo shows as well for the rest of the year. What do we know here, Jim?
We know that, quote, she is not pregnant.
In all honesty, that is exactly where my brain went first.
Yeah, the article I read, it doesn't really state why. It just says that she's leaving the band. She's dropping her solo dates, and everything is good. Everything's fine. Everyone's on good terms. That she'll be back on stage again sooner than we think, but that's for another day, she says. Yeah, the past 8 years together has been the experience of a lifetime. She cannot be more grateful to Alice and Cheryl Cooper, Shep Gordon, the amazing band, crew, and fans for welcoming her to Oliver Nightmare. And she finishes the quote saying, "I don't know what the future will hold after this, but I am forever thankful." So,
That's, man, it's huge. I mean, kind of big news. I mean, especially, just leaving Alice Cooper's band. I mean, I think that would be, kind of a big shift there. I wish her all the best. I mean, hopefully there's nothing else, hopefully it's not like a health concern or something like that, but she says that we will see her. And I know she's working on some new solo material. I know if you follow her on social, so wish her all the best. Hopefully we'll see more of her soon.
yeah.
And this next one was great. This one was, first let's do this.
Oh my God, I'm a sandwich.
This was pretty funny. We actually saw this on social media. Sean the Butcher. It was kind of what he says, a lifelong dream to get a sandwich named after him.
Yes, Mission Sandwich. They have a sandwich now called Hail Sean, and it is said to be their biggest sandwich ever, with roast beef, chicken cutlet, bacon, pepper jack, hot ones, nugget honey, pickled jalapeno salsa, chipotle veganaise, pickled red onion, lettuce, tomato, red chili flake, fresh cracked black pepper, and a lot of anger. I threw that last one in there, Sean, but yeah, well, that's huge. There's video of it, pictures. It's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could. I mean, I usually would try anything, but it's got hot ones, it's got jalapeno salsa and red chili flake. I think it'd probably be a little too spicy for this Midwestern here.
I like the spice.
I like the spice.
Hold go ahead and check out. I think we're good.
Yeah, go ahead and check out Mission Sandwich in where are they? New Jersey?
I'm not sure. New York somewhere. I believe it's New York.
Excellent. That's awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations, Sean.
Yeah, he said he grew up kind of, one of his dreams is to, I don't know if it was to have a sandwich named after him, but I always thought it was cool, and now it's a thing. So congratulations, Sean. That's awesome.
Excellent. So this next one, we talk a lot about Metallica. Obviously, the last couple episodes, them kind of climbing up the charts with Master. But still, they are, giving back. They're doing a lot of really great things with their All Within My Hands Foundation. I know that, I personally have done some food packing events with them. It's super fun that, we can contribute to the All Within My Hands Foundation. And one thing that they started now for the last 3 years is they've done this Metallica Scholars program. This is where it's an initiative where, vocational schools, technical schools, basically schools supporting the trades, where we can get individuals that can get scholarships and assistance to really not only be participating in those trade programs, but also do things to help get, higher wages and all the support they need to participate in the program. So it's pretty cool. So they just now announced that the Metallica Scholars program is back for the 4th year. And with that, it's a whole new, they're adding another 10 schools to the program. And
Awesome.
It's really continuing to thrive. They go on to quote, "We've proudly contributed $1.8 million with assistance going to over 32 different schools across 27 different states. And as in the years past, they've been collaborating with some awesome partners like Wolverine Boots and Apparel, whose annual work boot collaboration continues to bring in financial support in outfitting the Metallica Scholars along the way. This year promises new surprises for the Metallica Scholars and the Wolverine project called Bootstrap, in supporting the next generation of trade workers." So again, I think it's cool. I know that they were doing a lot of stuff too regarding, especially during the the lockdown and COVID, and a lot of those tradespeople that are working crew, right? Lighting crew, electricians, all those people that are working live shows, and they did a lot too to help with those funds as well. So pretty cool stuff. And I think it's awesome that they're doing that to give people, I guess it just hits close to me because I went to a trade school. Like I went to a vocational school and I got a certificate of completion after 18 months. And I think it's just, sometimes going to college isn't meant for everybody.
That's right. Yep.
So that's why I think it's pretty cool that they got behind this.
And last year I bought a pair of boots.
Oh, did you get some Wolverines?
No, because I bought my boots and then about a week later I saw that these were a thing.
Oh,
So
I actually
put my new boots on and kicked myself.
Yeah, I was actually looking through it, and what's cool is that I can even get little baby sizes for me. Like normally that's my problem, but Wolverine I saw, and they had a couple different styles, and I think my next pair will be some of these boots. They're pretty awesome.
Nice. I might look into that myself.
Nice. So, we talked about, I'm not sure if we talked about it on the podcast, but it really made waves across the internet when this 10-year-old Harper covered Spiritbox on America's Got Talent. Remember that?
So cool. Yep.
Yeah. And not only that, shortly thereafter was even brought up on stage with Spiritbox to play with her on stage. Which,
how cool for her. That's
imagine
so awesome.
that. Yeah, I mean, one of her favorite bands, and being able to do that, absolutely awesome. Well, it didn't take long for that 10-year-old announced that she signed a record deal. This is so cool. So it released her very first single, and this single called Fallen, and and it was being played on Devil's Dozen?
Not yet.
No. Okay.
I was going to say that Jose Mangan did an interview with her that was airing this last week, and a great interview. She got to pick a few songs, talk about her song, her music, her experience on the show, and meeting Spiritbox and singing with Courtney. And on the Liquid Metal Facebook fan page, there's I don't know if it's really a petition, but people are urging Jose to put Fallen on the Devil's Dozen. So that'll come out Friday, and we'll see if it works. So
that's
we'll have
awesome.
an update for you next week to see if Fallen is on the Devil's Dozen or not.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so just to get a taste here, here's the brand new single by 10-year-old Harper called Fallen.
Help me, 'cause I've been losing
Dude, that's awesome. I think it's really great when you get these kids that are just, you know, let's do what we can to lift them up, right? Let's lift them up. Like just, I don't know, man. Dude, I'm getting goosebumps, bro. Check it out.
Yeah. Great job, Harper. That was amazing. You kick ass.
Absolutely. Yeah. So good luck, and hopefully we get to see her on Devil's Dozen. Yeah. And I don't know, again, I want to dig a little deeper on, you know, I don't know exactly like the band that played, you know, the other members and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of crazy that it was, let's see, I think I grabbed it here. No, I missed it. It was like who the production company was that she signed with. But anyway, good luck to Harper.
Very cool.
And let's all get together for a sing-along, shall we?
Let's do it.
No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Let's go. Dee Snider teams up with T-Mobile for a carrier call-out promotion, basically just taking aim at the big boy carriers, AT&T and Verizon. We're not going to take it. You know, other brands have used that song, you know, in commercials like Extended Stay America, Claritin, Walmart, even Stanley Steamer and Yas Birth Control have used that track. But yeah, Dee Snider is basically fed up with, you know, these raising rates, and he wanted to stand up and say this is something that we just can't deal with. Inflation, he goes on to say, inflation shouldn't be an excuse to jack up prices just because you can get away with it. So, and this was Mike Sievert, CEO of T-Mobile, saying in a recent press release. So, you know, let's I think it's funny. I think it's cool. I think what's really cool too is that like Dee Snider was leading up to some announcement yesterday saying, "Oh, I'm taking aim to AT&T and you're going to hear about it tomorrow." It was pretty funny. I know he's been pretty vocal when you know, he's been a long-standing AT&T customer for like 20 years, and they just keep on just, you know, just ripping them, and, you know, customer service, rates, you name it. And yeah, he wasn't going to take it. So
yeah, I personally am with Verizon. We were with Sprint, which became T-Mobile, and I was actually going to join that chant that we just heard, but I had T-Mobile and it didn't go through. So T-Mobile can kiss my ass. They were shit for us. So we took it and left. So sorry, D, good for you, but T-Mobile sucks. That's my
well, you know
opinion.
what, if you want it, I will say that if families switch to T-Mobile now, you'll save 20% each month with 3 or more lines. And get this,
lose half your calls.
Those facing price hikes, you'll receive $200 per line in virtual prepaid card, up to $1,000. But yeah, like you mentioned, it really makes no difference if it doesn't work. So.
Yep. We're only going to charge you for the calls that go through.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
There's my rant over.
That's right. Dude, so you pointed this out to me.
Awaken my hunger, the pleasure for flesh. Hibernation cycle stop. Inside its nest, the breed is taking control. Its urge has to be stilled. Fueling for enough, muting on the heart.
Brand new Traitor.
Traitor. Germany, I believe, right? If I'm remembering, we talked about them as a way back when we started a new wave of thrash today in the day segment. They were one of the first ones featured, I think. I believe they're from Germany, and they kick ass. They're killer. New album last week came out. see what Exiled to the Surface is the name of the album.
I think the nugget here is this cover.
Yes.
What cover?
They cover George Michael and do Careless Whisper,
Oh,
which
that's
came out a
great.
few weeks ago, and I listened to it, and I knew it was a cover, and I figured it was an 80s one, but I didn't quite recognize it. And then I listened to it again the other day when this album came out, and I was going through and like got the melody for the chorus, like, oh, okay, I've heard that. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's not Limp Bizkit doing Faith, but
That's right.
it's catchy.
Oh, you know what? I missed one. I want to actually talk about. Do you watch? But anyway, so that's really cool. Traitor, awesome. I dig it.
Mhm.
And is that new one? Is that off of Exiled to Surface? Is that the new album that's out now or yet to come out?
That came out last week, I believe.
Okay, got it. So have you watched HBO's Westworld?
I have not.
So I watched the first season. My HBO, well, at the time it was HBO Go or whatever, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, their brand new soundtrack came out for Westworld. Season 4 is due to start or is starting right now. But the interesting thing is on this soundtrack, they have a classical version of a tune. It's pretty recognizable. Check it out. Interesting. I mean, I wonder where in the show that would be. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
I think the show is called Stringer Things, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, and that caught my eye. I thought that was pretty badass. Yeah, so this next band, I'm really bummed out because they opened for Apothic and the Goat Horse Show, and I missed them. I got there late. But yeah,
Yes,
this
you
next
did.
track, who are we talking about here, Jim?
We mentioned it last week that it was coming out soon, and the thrash band from Twin Cities area called Strappado released their very first single. It's very thrashy. I think it's a great first release. I'm looking forward to hearing more.
Yeah, Strappado. They're actually out of Farmington, Minnesota. So pretty badass. I mean, their first release. They had one other track up on Bandcamp, but we'll make sure that we get the link in the show notes, and be sure to check out Strappado.
Yep, Lack of Sympathy is on Bandcamp now.
Nice
work. Nice work, gentlemen.
Are they a 3-piece or a 4-piece? Do you know?
I believe they're 4.
Okay.
Yes, they're 4.
Got it. Because when I was trying to do the research, I saw a couple of photos. It was 3 dudes, and I didn't know if they were at the time. Maybe they were looking for somebody. I don't know. Anyway, just want to
I
make
guess
sure.
they could be 3 because I know Matt McGee from Agony Reigns has filled in on their live shows on guitar for them.
Oh, got it.
Maybe they're looking for another guitarist. Correct us if we're wrong, Strappado. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, this morning there was actually I saw yesterday a Monomarth posted a teaser saying, "Hey, we got something awesome coming out tomorrow," and it was basically them announcing a brand new concert tour a Monomarth with supporting acts Cattle Decapitation, Carcass, and Obituary. And this announced their brand new epic North American tour. Pretty crazy, man.
Epic.
That's going to be pretty heavy. I would here locally, it's going to be December 6th, which I have it on my calendar. We'll see if I nab tickets to that. But yeah, dude, what are your thoughts?
Those are all big bands. Monomarth, Cattle Decapitation, Carcass, Obituary. That's big. That's deathy.
Yeah, I've never seen Obituary.
I saw them once with the Bay Strikes Back, or is it the Battle of the Bay? Yeah, Battle of the Bays back in 2017. Those Exodus, Obituary, Power Trip, and Dust Bowl. That was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this looks like an awesome show. I will consider that.
Yeah, do we have any other new concert events that we want to talk about?
Not a concert, but there's an event. If you're in the La Crosse area, Dave's Guitar Shop is having their 40th anniversary party, and they're having people from, I think, PRS Guitars and Fender on site you can chat with. There's going to be a giveaway. They're giving away 3 guitars.
Oh,
So
nice.
Dave's Guitar Shop's pretty famous guitar shop. He's got 3 here in Wisconsin, I think, but I believe the main one started here in La Crosse. So if you're in the area or in the Twin Cities, come on down.
Absolutely. That's cool. This weekend, Saturday the 16th, is the Decrepit Birth show with Unmerciful Pathology, Stabbing, and then Glutton for Punishment is going to open. I think Coffin Rights is also on that show.
Sweet.
And that is again, that's at the Caboose this Saturday the 16th. And then we also have Doomsday 2022 at Cadence Records and Coffee. Again, a whole bunch of bands. That's going to be on the 23rd. And then I'm looking to go to see Impaler with special guests Murder Curious. And that's going to be at the music space of Owatonna. So Owatonna, Minnesota. I'm going to try to get to that one. Again, it's a little ways out there. And that brings us all the way, believe it or not, we're already into August, where we have the Anthrax Black Label Society Hatebreed show. And it'll be awesome. You got tickets to that one, right, Jim?
I do not. Put your face back together.
Don't scare me.
Oh, no, I don't have tickets. I'm not sure if I'm going to that one or not.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can't guilt you into going. Hey, you know what I'm doing the day after that show?
Crying that you miss me?
I am. But I'm also going to go to the Minnesota Orchestra.
Cool.
Because they're playing live to Disney's Fantasia.
Oh, very cool.
How cool would that be?
I'm going to go with super cool.
I think it'll be fun.
That would be
all
cool.
right, bro. I think that'll wrap up for the concert calendar for this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this awesome list we got here. This list was published by, let's see how they calculate this list of the 20 best thrash albums since the turn of the millennium.
I'm not sure how they did it. I was just curious who the bands were. So we can find out quick, but let's run through the bands. Yeah, so the top 20 albums of new thrash era, 2000 and up to today. So instead of doing a Today in the Day featuring a band, we're just going to go through these albums. So starting at number 20, Carnal Forge, Fire Demon in the year 2000. 19, Hell Ripper, The Affair of the Poisons from 2020. Exodus was last year's Persona Non Grata. 17, Disaster, The Oath of an Iron Ritual, 2016.
And I want to back up a little bit. So Exodus, I just want to, I know when it came out, I think on the podcast, I was not I wasn't very nice to the Exodus folks. It is still a pretty badass album. Like it's grown on me, I think. But I just wanted to say it is pretty good.
Yeah, I remember last year it didn't make either of our top 5 albums of the year, but that does not mean it's a great album. It just means there was 5 better.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, all right. So 16, we've got Legends Death Angel Killing Season from 2008. 15, Death of Kings Kneel Before None 2017. 14 is a big one. I thought this would be a little higher, but Havoc Time Is Up from 2011. And 13, Thrasher's Toxic Holocaust Chemistry of Consciousness 2013. And then 12 is German's Sodom M16. I have listened to that one a bunch. That's a great one from 2001. Number 11, Hypnosis Extreme Hatred from the year 2000. Number 10, I'm a fan of this one and was very happy and surprised to see this one on here. 10 is Blackfast Terms of Surrender from 2015. They are from St. Louis, Missouri, and just if you've noticed, I've worn their hoodie on this show many a times as it's chilly in my basement, and the sweatshirt's awesome. And they are great. So nice work, Blackfast. Want to hear some more from you. Number 9, Niflheim, Envoy of Lucifer from 2007. Number 8, The Haunted Made Me Do It.
Yeah, dude, I had that album I listened to a lot when it came out.
Yeah. I don't remember if that was the one I used to listen to a lot, or one of their first ones or early ones back then. But yeah, they're killer. It goes to number 7, Ghoul Splatter Thrash. That's just a cool name.
It is, but I haven't heard them.
Yep, so that's 2007, Splatter Thrash by Ghoul. There are a lot on here that I have not heard of that I'm definitely going to be checking out. Number 6, Witchery, Symphony for the Devil, 2001. Then our top 5, I knew this one would be on here. Number 5, Municipal Waste, The Art of Partying. Very famous thrash album. 4, I was very happy to see this on here too. I wasn't sure if they'd be this high. I was hoping at least one of their albums would make the list. And talking about Ireland's Gamma Bomb, Citizen Brain, 2008. And this list would not be legit without number 3's Power Trip, Nightmare Logic, 2017. Number 2, Creator, Violent Revolution, brilliant album, 2001. And when I got up to number 1, I knew it had to be this band and this album because I hadn't seen them yet. Warbringer, Woe to the Vanquished, 2017. Great album.
Get on the ground, put your hands where I can see. Lie face down against the concrete. I am the predator, you are the prey, and you will respect my authority. That's what they want.
So good.
Gotta love his scream. Kivo rules.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they do not mention how they came up with this list. It's just from Metal Sucks, and they just said, "Here's the list." So I would assume it's just internal people there coming up with it. But no, there's some, like I said, some I've never heard of that I'll be checking out. Some that obviously should be on there and should be that high. And
yeah, totally. It looks like we should reach out. It looks like this was published again at Metal Sucks by Emperor Rhombus.
Emperor Rhombus.
So yeah, Emperor Rhombus, if you're listening, hit us up, man. Let's talk about thrash, buddy.
Metal.
Cool, man. What's next? Where are we at, man?
We're nearing the end here. We're on our follow-ups from previous episodes. Yeah. And my only follow-up is, we mentioned 13 Goats last week. And
Yeah,
how
dude.
killer they are. And I've been listening to them all week. I checked out the new Traitor a little bit, but this 13 Goats is amazing. I don't
Uh,
buy albums too often anymore because I'm streaming everything, but I went out and bought this one. And thanks to a glitch in the website, I bought it thrice.
That's awesome. I did go and listen to the Plague Years. That's what I've been listening to this week.
Mhm.
So in addition to 13 Goats, I listened to Plague Years. I also listened to again that single from last week from Monomarth of the Great Heathen Army. Listened to
Mhm.
that track several times. Five Finger Death Punch had a new track drop, another new track
Cool.
that was pretty boring and like all the other radio friendly tracks.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
So it really, yeah, it was pretty watered down and pretty like, okay, this is going to be the one that gets totally overplayed and it's going to, but anyway. Cool, man. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thanks for, again, hanging out with us. Please, we want to hear from you. Let us know. Send us an email at thethrashreport@gmail.com. Hit us up on all of our socials. You can find them at thrashreport.com. You can always reach out to us on our Facebook page. We're active on there. Please go leave a review on Apple Podcasts. We really would greatly appreciate it. And again, the best thing you can do to support us is share with a buddy, share with a friend, share with your family, share with your grandma, your grandpa, aunts and uncles, nephews, you name it.
Get
And
us on Stranger Things.
we will see you next time on the Thrash Report. See ya.